EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Los Angeles Rams. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. Now Isaiah Pacheco going to bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Let's go now.
They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
2nd down and 3. Here's Shaw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. And just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know some guys, they love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Etienne up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 7. Etienne once more. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's 3rd and a few inches. Operating from the gun. Shaw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
On the set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, some strong run. Gets through, and now an opening. And juke this time. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now a 2nd and 6. Off play action. Pickett. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second and 10. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. And he'll find Lashley there. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one, and I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Off play action. Shaw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Shaw. Screenplay. Here's ETN. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, Hey, we got everybody. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down and 7. Operating from the gun. Shaw to the right side and complete to Metcalf. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now we've got a third down and 3. We're scoreless after 1. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Back to the ground with ETN. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Ready up.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Another toe for ETN. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
First down, Chiefs.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco headed right. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. Straight ahead, ETN. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
And, Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
ETN will take this one in. It's a Chiefs touchdown. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, Pickett. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Pickett sets up play action. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 30. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. And they'll go again with Etienne. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Shaw on the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And they'll run with Etienne. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Chiefs go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Throwing to start the drive. Shaw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that one taken in by Lashley. And here he'll get it down to the 7. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up second down.
At the 7-yard line.
Now Pickett. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Pickett. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Pickett going to keep it himself. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Kenny Pickett as the first half is winding down. And the Rams are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. On 1st and 10, Shaw going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. How about this? Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Pickett now on 1st down. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw pulled in by Schwartz. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. A big play there for L.A. 42 yards.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. There's a nice move. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 66 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Right back to him on first down. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
Good work there, holding them out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Rams are an extra point away from evening this one up. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time, he had the speed to win that race.
The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag, and they'll accept that penalty. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. They find some open field here. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
In motion right, that's Metcalf. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. On this one, he may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
To throw on 2nd down, Shaw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. To throw on 3rd down, Shaw. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, LA. Mark that down as an 85-yard punt return. And the Rams have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to it. And they'll take over at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 102 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On the
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Etienne. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack. And it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. A 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 45-yard line. 16 more on that one and another first down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Pickett. This will be caught. Judy. Touchdown. Jerry Judy. 28 yards. And the Rams are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. And that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. 127 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Handoff running left is Etienne. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Shaw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 2. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
3rd and 2, Pickett. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And now off to the races down the right side. And the Chiefs are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the 1st half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Rams are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he is going to have a Rams first down, and that should be the one that finishes this game off. Hands it off out of the gun. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single